Well, hello everyone and welcome back. So as with my last video about restoring that little foldable saw, I pulled this axe out of our camping gear. So I bought this, I'm going to guess 8 years ago now. It's been with us a long time, quite a few different camping trips, and once again a tool I have not done anything with to maintain. Now this is a Fiskars 23-inch splitting axe. In Canada right now they're about $70. I don't remember what I paid, probably on sale, I'm going to guess that long ago, 40 bucks. But anyway, it's not too expensive for an axe that's lasted as long as it has for splitting wood on camping trips. But it's not been well maintained. So let's just open up this little clip and I'll show you what I mean. So here, as you can probably see, the blade is all chipped. So it's really not particularly sharp anymore. Still does the job, but I am looking to look after my tools a little better. Now I did recently buy a brand new axe, and top of the line one by all accounts. And so before I start trying to maintain that one, I figured it would be a good idea to have a go on this one first, get my skills sort of honed, if you will. Okay, so let me just put that down and I'll show you what I'm going to use. So I think this is actually quite apt. So we've got this little case here. I like the name Holy Stone. This was actually from an old drone kit, but what I've done is I put my new grinding stone in it. And so it has two edges, two grit types. See, we've got the rough grit here, the dark grey, and then a finer grit, kind of the finishing work. So what I've read and watched a few videos on is that I will probably need to use this heavier grit initially to get out a lot of these chips, and then I can finish it up and bring it back to sharpness with this side. So we'll see. Now, if it doesn't work, I'm not going to cry too much about it, because as I mentioned, it is what it is. I haven't looked after it, so it's my own fault, but I'm going to try and bring it back to some level of usefulness. And so let's take this outside so we don't get any metal shavings in the house. Okay, so as you can see, there's snow on the ground. So I'm here in Canada, as you know, and today it is minus 22 degrees centigrade. Oddly enough, it's a very dry cold. So even though it is that cold, if you're out of the wind, it doesn't feel that cold. I'm not really sure how to explain it if you've never experienced it. But nevertheless, I can be out here for a while with just some regular clothes on and not be too bad. Okay, let's give this a try. So what I've seen on YouTube is people say you've got to kind of look at the profile. When you're using your disc, you want to make sure that you're not changing the profile of the blade if that's not what you intended to do, or it will change materially how the axe will function. So I'm just going to lightly put it on there, and I can see, let's see here, as I go, I can kind of see if there's a gap. I'm leaning it about right. So that's kind of what I'm going to try. We'll see how this goes. I've heard you do these little light circles the whole way up your blade. And I can actually see some metal shavings now. You wouldn't see them on the camera, I don't think. I'm not applying any real physical pressure, just letting the weight of the stone do its thing. For now, we'll see if that needs to change. And in a little bit I'm going to spin it over and do it on the other side too. Let's try it on this side. I'm not sure if you can see on there little feathered bits of metal coming up. It's quite clear with the naked eye. I'm not sure what it's looking like on the camera, but it tells me we are definitely removing some metal. It's kind of what we needed. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody with more experience who maybe had a grinding stone, like an electric one or whatever, might use that because of the depth of that kind of divot in the axe. Again, I'm just guessing, I don't know, but this is all I have. So we're going to make do and see what happens. It's kind of neat. Okay, for the sake of you guys, I'm going to cut it off here and I'll bring it back in when I've kind of got that little divot out. Okay, so I've come back in. Problem with filming in -22 is that iPhone batteries don't like it, and it drained the power pretty darn quick. So I was out there for I think 10 to 15 minutes. And let's have a look how far we've got. And vast majority of what I was doing was on the darker, the heavier grit side. Let me show you. You can see that not too badly. How that blade is now looking. The divot, that kind of notch, which was mostly here kind of in the middle. It's not entirely gone yet, but that looks infinitely better than it did. So that is pretty impressive. And then yeah, I use this finer grit for maybe a minute total on the two sides. And we'll have to give it a go here, see if we can cut any paper with it. So let's go grab some paper and see if it's sharp enough or if I need to continue kind of giving it more of that final edge. Okay, so I just got a little piece of plain printing paper here. Let's get the finer edge. Let's see, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this one, so I'll just be one-handed, but we'll have a go. Not the cleanest cut, but it cut it. So now, I think this needs a little bit more effort put in to the honing. So I'm going to take that finer side and keep on having a go and see where we're at. And for those who might be interested, this particular puck was a Lansky, L-A-N-S-K-Y dual grit sharpener. I got it off of Amazon Canada for about $19. So it almost looks like it hasn't been used, even though I just, like I said, spent about 10 minutes on this side going over it. That's kind of neat. Okay, let's give it more of a hone. Okay, so back in after a little bit more honing with that fine side. So we've got that same bit of paper. Let's give it another go. We'll try to here. I think maybe if I do it this way, two hands give it a little bit of a fair purchase. Can you tell I'm not really sure what I'm doing? Oh, there we go. It's not so bad. Still not great, but it's not bad. Yeah, we'll try this way. Oh, actually that's better. There we go. It's all about that initial bite. Yep. Well, you know what? It might not be a samurai sword, but it looks better. And I bet you it'll work just fine for splitting wood for its initial intent, its initial purpose. So, we'll give that a go next time. Thanks for joining me.